want to start off by thanking all of you for the incredibly hard work you've been doing these last few years on all fronts, from identifying the causes of rapid ohia death to mapping its distribution and learning about it, how it spreads, and experimenting with ways to contain it, and all the outreach and education so that everyone in Hawaii can be sure not to spread it further. This work is necessarily innovative and often ingenious because we've never encountered these pathogens before, nor their effect on our beloved ohia forests. Although rapid ohia death has spread throughout much of Hawaii Island, it's still critically important that we make every effort to limit its impact on this island. The latest surveys estimate that over 180,000 acres of ohia forest are impacted on Hawaii Island, but there are many healthy trees in these areas. Preventing spread to areas not yet affected, such as Pu'uwa'awa, is still a priority. The detections of rapid ohia death on Kauai this past year were a most unwelcome surprise. It's scary to see and not really understand how this forest disease could show up at the other end of our island chain. But not only did partners quickly mobilize to address the new threat, but managers and scientists from Hawaii Island stepped in to assist. Although it's still not known how extensively the disease has spread there, we still hope that the more aggressive form at least can be contained if management actions are successful. Regular surveys continue on Oahu, Molokai, Maui, and Lanai, and agencies and communities are prepared to respond when they are next. The governor and the legislature have supported the department's leadership and your leadership indirectly on the rapid ohia death response by providing funds for the response over the past several years. And this year, $1.5 million was provided to support research and survey and response and public outreach for rapid ohia death. In addition to those funds, there was approximately $1 million in grants supporting different ROD activities from the Forest Service, USDA APHIS, the Hawaii Tourism Authority, and private foundations. We need to understand the disease biology and how it's interacting with the environment to respond to this threat. That's essential. And so the contributions of various research organizations you all represent will be critical in moving forward, managing the disease and our forests in the future.
So at one of the first rapid ohia death meetings that I attended, so this is prior to the beginning of Halau Ohia, I realized that, and this is a part of some of the couple of points I have to share here. I realized that all of my 30, 40 years of ritual training may in fact be for this moment, not just for the health and persistence and resilience for the ohia tree and our island landscape, but for people. You have to be able to see that the shift that we're experiencing, like Suzanne said, is an experience in shifting the way that we do things with one another. We cannot be blind to that. And this is a super good manifestation of that need. And so at that first meeting, I decided, number one, that if anyone was going to do this work alongside of this wonderful community, then I may as well do it. I don't know. And that the work needed not just a biophysical anchor, but the work needed a more than physical anchor. And so I composed this chant for our work, for this work specifically. And the chant says, "Walu kini kini ka hua ohia le hua mai oa o lono nui akea." The seeds of the ohia le hua are profuse, and they're spreading here and there at every corner of the landscape. We're looking here. What's the next line? Huh? Walu kini kahua ōhiʻa lehua mai oa o lono nui a kea. Hali ia e ka e heu hulu makani. It's being transported here and there on the wind. Hiʻipoi ia e ka poli mahana o kane hoa o honua mea. Embraced by the bosom of the landscape. That's honua mea. That's the geological entity of the earth, of our island body, and nourished by Kane Hoa. Kane Hoa is the name of the sun, or the sun's whatever penetrates through our electromagnetic field. The byproducts of the sun's warmth is the thing that sprouts that seed. Wa'a'a, can you say wa'a'a? Ua mole, ua mohala. It has rooted, it has anchored. The a'a are the small roots, the rootlets. The mole is the deep taproot. Mohala means it has bloomed, it has blossomed, it's done. What's the next line? Oka apapane. Can you say oka apapane? You know who that is. Yeah. So the apapane is not just the person, the bird person, but the apapane is also the color of, it's the name of the color of the lehua, that particular lehua. Okamamo. And you know who the mamo bird person is, do you? Yeah, perhaps, okay. But it's also, the mamo is also the name of the lehua of the same color. Oka nuku i'iwi. You know who the nuku you know who the i'iwi is? And you know that that he has a salmon-ish colored beak. It's also the name of that particular blossom. And oka ahihi, oh my God, you guys, I just met the ahihi on our last huaka'i to Ka'ala. And so this is the ahihi is not just that, it's that Ōhiʻa person that lives there in that particular space. But the ahihi, you know what ahihi means? Ahihi means the super strong desire. Like in your gut and groin. In your heart. Ahihi, to hihi something doesn't just mean to love it. It means to love it. They love it. That's what ahihi means. So when you use that kind of language in chant form, and you consistently say it and image it over and over and over again, you're not just talking about one desirous moment, that kind of thing. You're talking about a desirous moment on another one, on another one, on another one. And soon, after all of those desires, as a human person, you know, we experience what? Some sort of procreative activity. So the desire that we can produce in our bodies also produces some kind of reaction in the environment. Okay, moving on. I wasn't going to say all these things, but here we go. Mai hiki lalo, a I hiki luna, e vaiho nei I hali I mokula, from the oldest, southernmost tips of our islands, I mean, down to the grain of sand that you can identify as the southern tip of the island. A I hiki luna, to the northernmost tips of the islands, all the way up to the old islands, all the way up north. E vaiho nei I hali I mokula, it's the lihi are the petals. And so here's the image, that the ground is so strewn with the petals of the lehua, and the air is so thick with the seeds flying about in the wind that they get stuck in every pore and every crevice and between every grain of sand from the southernmost point to the northernmost point of our island, that the air is so thick with the seeds and the full-grown petals of the ōhiʻa tree that they get stuck in our nostrils and our hair and our eyelashes, and we have to pick them out of the corners of our eyes over here because we cannot imagine the air without it. If you've ever experienced the heaviness of the pele air, the sulfuric air, well, you've never experienced the heaviness of air that is carrying the new seeds of the ōhiʻa on our entire landscape. And this is the image of the chant.
Wa ike